Picture this. You're walking through a neighborhood in Rome. Colorful sheets hanging between balconies, shirts swaying in the wind, right above the cobblestone streets. It looks like a postcard. Honestly, it's beautiful. Now fly to Mexico City. Clotheslines stretched across rooftops.
A family's entire week of laundry, just drying under the open sun. Tokyo, same thing. Bangkok, same. Cape Town, same. Now land in a suburb in Ohio, and you'll notice something immediately. Nothing. Clean streets, green lawns, zero clothes hanging outside.
And here's the part that'll blow your mind. In some American neighborhoods, hanging your laundry outside can actually get you fined, a legal penalty, for drying your clothes in the sun. How did the most powerful country on earth become the one place where a clothesline is controversial? Let's start by clearing something up. Air drying clothes is not a sign of poverty. It is the default for most of human civilization.
In Italy and Spain, apartment buildings are literally designed with drying racks built into the balconies. In Japan, one of the most technologically advanced countries on the planet, hanging laundry outside is completely normal. In Mexico, Brazil, across most of the world, it's just what you do. The sun is free. Why wouldn't you use it? Here's the number that puts it all in perspective. Roughly 75 to 80% of the world's population air dries their laundry. The United States is the exception, not the rule.
To understand how that happened, you have to go back to the late 1940s. World War II just ended. Soldiers are coming home. The economy is booming. There's a massive push to house millions of returning veterans. Fast. This is when the great suburban expansion begins. Developers build entire towns from scratch. Thousands of nearly identical homes, marketed as the American dream made physical.
And these homes came with something new, the electric clothes dryer. Dryers had existed since the 1930s, but they were expensive and nobody really cared. Then companies like Whirlpool and General Electric went all in. They marketed dryers as symbols of modernity, progress, the American way of life. The message was simple. If you're still using a clothesline, you're living in the past.
And honestly, it worked. By the 1960s, dryer ownership had exploded. But that's only half the story. As the suburbs grew, something else took shape alongside them, the Homeowners Association. HOAs started as a way to protect property values. If everyone keeps their home to a standard, the whole neighborhood stays attractive. Reasonable enough. But over time, HOAs got very specific about appearances, and clotheslines became a target.
A clothesline looked messy. It looked low income. It didn't fit the image, so HOA started banning them. And by the 70s and 80s, those bans were everywhere. Today, somewhere between 60 and 80 million Americans live in HOA-governed communities. Tens of millions literally can't hang laundry outside, even if they wanted to. The average household does about 400 loads of laundry per year. A typical dryer uses around 5 kilowatt-hours per cycle. That's roughly $150 to $200 a year just for drying clothes. Studies estimate dryers account for about 6% of all residential electricity use in the U.S., more than your refrigerator.
Some states have pushed back. Florida, Colorado, Hawaii, Vermont, they've passed right-to-dry laws limiting HOAs from banning clotheslines. In Europe, rising energy costs have made outdoor drying more popular than ever. In Mexico, it was never abandoned in the first place. And that's what I find most fascinating about all of this. America didn't move away from clotheslines because they stopped working. They work perfectly. Your clothes actually last longer when you air dry them. That's just physics. America moved away from them because of image.
The dryer wasn't just a convenience, it was a status symbol. Every culture makes decisions based on the values of their time and place. None of these is inherently better. But what's worth sitting with is how easily a practical decision becomes a cultural identity. how a marketing campaign can turn a behavior into a social signal. Most Americans have never once asked themselves, why don't I hang my clothes outside? It just feels normal. It just feels like what you do. And that's exactly what makes it so interesting to unpack. Next time you throw a load in the dryer, just think for a second about the chain of events that made that the default. That's a lot of history sitting in your laundry room.